Hello everyone, I am Prajwal. Today we are going to see how to print a spiral pattern in Java. Okay, so this is a part of the pattern programs. So let's imagine that dimension of the spiral that we have to print is 5. Okay, let's imagine the dimension n value is 5. Now the question says that the pattern must look like this. Okay, I'll just write the pattern and show you. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6 should be here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So if you observe carefully, we are using a spiral pattern. You get it? It's a spiral like pattern. Sorry, just a minute. Yeah, it's a spiral pattern that we are following. Something like this. It will be a spiral pattern. Okay. So this is what we have to print. The question is what to do. How do we accomplish this spiral pattern? Now, before I would like to start, I would like to tell that this program can only be done using two-dimensional matrices. There is no other way. How to use a two-dimensional matrix, fill it up, and then finally accomplish the task. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Right. Now, let's do a small analysis. Just clear everything. See, what we can consider is going from right to left. Going from left to right. Then we have to go from top to bottom. Then we need to go from right to left. Then we need to go from bottom to top. This can be considered as one cycle. You understand? This can be considered as one cycle. Now, if you want to go to the next cycle we will do the same thing. We'll go first from left to right, then from top to bottom, then from right to left, then from bottom to top. Okay. So we have in one cycle. So one cycle we are doing 4 operations. We are doing 4 operations to complete the task. This is the first analysis. Now I'll open Excel and I'll try to do some little bit of explanation there. Okay, so this is Excel. Now first let me make you understand. Let's now imagine one cycle. Okay, so first you have to go one from left to right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first time I think we'll be going 5 times. So I'm going to blacken it. Okay, let's go. We are going 5 times. Okay, I'll give an outline to this. Yeah. So we are going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left to right. Now we should go from top to bottom. Now we should go from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, only 4 times. Be careful. We cannot go 5 times because dimension should be only 5 into 5 because the number is 5. So dimension should be only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the limit. We cannot cross this limit. Okay. So this is the limit. We cannot cross it. So now we have to go till here. This is another top to bottom operation. Left to right, sorry, right to left operation will be from here to here. From here to here. I'll fill to this color. And bottom to top operation will be only spanning 3 rows. Something like this. Okay. Let's do some analysis. If you understand carefully, each cycle will have 4 variables. Will have 4 variables. Look very carefully. Look very, very carefully. This is the minimum column, leftmost column belonging to the cycle. This is going to be the maximum column. That is, this is the rightmost place up to which the cycle can go. Similarly, this is going to be the minimum row. That is, this is the topmost row it can go. See, this is row 0, correct? So row 0 is the minimum row for this. This is the maximum row up to which it can go. So these four quantities are unique to each cycle. Small MC, minimum column, big MC, maximum column, small mr, minimum row, and capital LR, that is maximum row. Now if you observe carefully, when we go to the next cycle, if we have to go to this cycle, then the minimum column will shift one time here. Maximum column, now this cycle, this is only the part of the next cycle. So when we go to the next cycle, what we'll be doing is, this will come here, this will come here, this will go down here, this will again go down here. So what I'm trying to, because this is the portion we have to cover now. In this cycle, we are only going to cover up to this parts, which means this is the minimum column number, this is the maximum column number, this is the minimum row number, and this is the maximum row number. So first of all, I'll make it clear that each cycle will have its own set of these four variables. Okay, and once the cycle is finished, we have to shift the pointers. This one step right, this one step left, this one step bottom, and this one step top. Okay, so this is something which you have to note. Okay, now let me try to explain one cycle. Just a minute. Okay, now try to understand this concept. Let's consider the operation from left to right. See, left to right operation is going to be, we are going to traverse through a row. Now which row are you traversing here? You are traversing through the minimum row, correct? You're traversing through the minimum row. Columns, now the column will start from minimum column and end at maximum column. Are you understanding this? You are starting from here to here. The row number is constant, minimum row, but column number is varying from minimum column to maximum column. And because you are going rightwards, your column number is getting incremented. Okay, see, this is column number 0. See, sorry, 1 minute. Excel has functions which I don't want. Okay, what I'll do is plus. So see, this is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So I'm going from column 0 till column 4, which means I am going to do plus operation, increment operation. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now let's analyze this operation. This is from top to bottom. Top to bottom, if you observe carefully, this is the column, correct? So the column number is going to remain constant. That is, the column is going to remain the maximum column, but the row number is going to change. We are not starting at maximum row, minimum row. We are not starting at minimum row. We are starting from minimum row plus 1. Minimum row plus 1. Let me just shift it. Just a minute. So this is from minimum column to maximum column. This we are starting from minimum row plus 1 because we don't have, this element is already covered. We have to only start from here. We're starting from minimum row plus 1 to maximum row. We can cover the maximum row also, no problem. Okay, I understand this. Next operation is going to be from right to left. Okay, this will be from right to left. Now we are looping through a row, not this. We are looping through a row. Okay, so we are looping through a row. Which row are we looping through? Maximum row we are looping through. Correct? Now, but column number, we are not starting at the maximum column because maximum column is already filled. We are starting from maximum column minus 1. Correct? And we are ending at minimum column. Okay. Then about this operation, this is the bottom to top operation. This is, we are looping through a row column. Yeah, that is the minimum column. row number is changing from, this is going to be maximum row minus 1 till minimum row plus 1. See, maximum row minus 1, this is going to be minimum row plus 1. Okay, so these are the 4 operations that we are performing. If you try to understand carefully, I've given starting pointers, ending pointers, everything I have given in detail here. Okay, and here, see, column number is going to get incremented, correct? So it is a plus plus operation. We are doing plus plus plus. Here we are coming down. The row number is going to increase as you keep down. So here also is going to be a plus plus operation. But here we are going from right to left, which means column number will decrease. So we should do minus minus here. We should do minus minus here. Similarly here, row number is going to decrease. See, this is row 0, row 1, row 2. If you go from here, it's going to decrease. So here also we are going to do a minus minus operation. So this entire thing is actually part of one cycle. See, this is a part of one cycle. Okay, so one cycle we have to do this much work. Now after one cycle what we'll do, I had already told you, right? Now we have to concentrate on this part. Now this part is over, we have to concentrate on only this part. Now what we'll do, the minimum column we should bring it here. See, observe carefully, minimum column we should now bring it here, which means column number we should increment by 1. Maximum column we should bring to the left, which means this should decrement by 1. Minimum row we should increment by 1. This is going to be minimum row. Maximum row we have to decrement it by 1. This is now going to be the new maximum row, which means all the minimums have to be incremented. See, these are the minimums. Minimums have to be incremented. Maximums have to be decremented. So after one cycle, we'll do MC plus plus, MR plus plus, and we'll do MC minus minus, MR minus minus. Then it will become a part of the cycles. Okay, so I think it's very clear. I've explained it as clearly as possible. Now we shall move on to the coding. Okay, so for coding I'll use the Eclipse software. So let me open Eclipse. Yeah, we just wait for the Eclipse to load. I'll use the default workspace. I'll just remove all the annotations now. Yeah. Okay, I'll create a new Java project. Let us name it as PGM. Now I think I've already created. Okay, now I'll create a new class called Spiral. Yeah, we'll try to do all the programs here. Okay, regarding this class, first of all, for not forget, I have to import scanner class because I need to get the dimensions from the user. What is the n value I need to get? So for that I am going to import the scanner class. Now I'll just finish my entire task in one function, the main function. So I'll write, so look what I'm writing. I'll write public static void main string args. So let me just welcome the user. So let's just say, we'll just say Java spiral pattern. Now we'll open a scanner class object. So this is a scanner class object. Now I'll request the user to type the n value, that is a dimension. So enter dimension of matrix, and they will input the dimension here. Okay. Now we need to do some more working. See, now we know how to move about through this cycle. But while we are moving about, what we have to print, it is not yet clear. Correct? We need to know what we are exactly have to print. To do this, I am going to create a variable called I and initialize it to 1. Now, wherever I go, suppose I'm starting here. I will see the value of I, print it as such, and I will do I plus plus. So I'm going to do post increment. Now I'm seeing 1, and then I'm doing I plus plus. When I go here, I'm seeing that I is 2. I'll print 2. I'll do I plus plus. Then here it will become 3, 4. When it comes here, it will be 4, 5. Here, so it's going to go on. This cycle will go on. Now, when should I stop this? I should stop this when I reach 25. That is, when I becomes 25, I should stop it. So I should run the loop from I equal to 0 till I equal to 25. This is 25. That is nothing but 5 squared. That is n into n. Whatever the input n they give, I should start from, sorry, not 0, from 1 till n into n. This is the logic. So what I'll do is, first I'll create a value variable I. This is the printing variable. And then I'll put it into a while loop for I less than n into n. Okay. Now we have to write all the operations inside one cycle. Okay. Now we have to complete one cycle here. Before we do that, we also need to initialize all the pointers. Now, minimum column will start here. Obviously, minimum column is going to be, minimum row will be 0, minimum column also will be 0. What will be the maximum column? Maximum column will be here. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is 4? 4 is nothing but n minus 1, which means maximum row, maximum column. Even here, this is going to be n minus 1th row. This will be n is going to be n minus 1th row. Similarly, this is going to be n minus 1th column. Okay, which means maximum column is going to be n minus 1, maximum row also is going to be n minus 1. So I'll declare maximum row is n minus 1, maximum column is n minus 1. That's it. Okay, so these are the 4 variables that I have initialized. Okay, now we have to perform one cycle. So what is the first operation I have to perform? I have to go from left to right. So let me write the code for that. For I have to start the int j is the loop variable, from MC, from small MC till capital MC. Just carefully. From small MC and lesser than or equal to capital MC. And this is a plus plus operation. I plus plus. Now what I'll do? I need to do printing, correct? But I told you that we cannot directly print. It will not work out if we print directly. So before doing all this, we should also create a matrix, double dimensional matrix. Yeah, n into n double dimensional matrix also we have to create and keep. Now what we'll do is, so this can't be I, I'm sorry, this has to be j because I is already initialized. What I'll do? M of, now row number is constant, correct? Column number is constant. We are no wait. Row number, we are looping through a row. We are looping through a row. Row number is constant. What is the row number? Row number is always MR. Always the row number is MR. But column number is changing. Column number is what is represented by J. The M of Rj is going to be I plus plus. See what I told you? Wherever we come, do I plus plus. That's it. If I write I plus plus, we first write the current value of I, and then it is going to increment it. So this is the left to right operation. Okay. Next, what we'll do? We have to do top to bottom operation. We should start from mr plus 1. Look here carefully. For int j equal to mr plus 1. We are starting at mr plus 1. We are going till capital Mr. I less than equal to capital Mr. J plus plus again. Sorry, it's not I. J less than equal to mr. Again j plus plus. This is the top to bottom operation. Not L2. Now, which is constant? The column is always maximum column. That is constant. Row number is what is represented by J. Row number J, column is always maximum column. That is equal to again I plus plus. Next, I have to start. This is the right to left operation. I should start from MC minus 1, capital MC minus 1 till small MC. So I'll start from capital MC minus 1. I should give greater than or equal to small MC. It is very important. Don't write less than equal to, because you are doing minus minus operation. Because you are doing minus minus operation, the condition also should be greater than or equal to. All these are for loop basics. Okay. This is a right to left operation. Again, now what is constant? The row number is always capital MR. So row number is always capital MR. The column number is changing. That is the J variable. It is going to equal to I plus plus. That's it. Final operation is going to be for int j equal to, now it is starting from capital MR minus 1 till small mr plus 1. Okay. So start at capital MR minus 1, greater than or equal to small mr plus 1, j minus minus. This is the bottom to top operation. And you do m of, which is constant, small column number is always small MC. This is going to change. Small MC is going to be I plus plus. That's it. The code is over. Not over. Sorry, code is not yet over. After doing this, what we have to do? Now we have completed all the cycles. Now we have to update pointers. We have to update the pointers. How I told you very short trick. All the pointers, we just have to. I gave a very simple shortcut for this. The minimum column, minimum row, we have to increment. See, we have to increment this. Okay, I removed the annotations. I'm sorry. And here, see, minimum column and maximum column we have to increment. Maximum column, maximum row we should decrement. That's it. Just perform these operations. Minimum column will decrement. Minimum row will decrement. Maximum, sorry, what am I doing? I have to increment this. Minimum I have to increment. Maximum I have to decrement. That's it. That's it. My work is over. Now I have just filled the matrix. I have only filled the matrix. I have to display the matrix. Okay. So let's display the matrix. I think displaying two-dimensional matrix you should be knowing by now. So I am not going to explain how I am displaying the two-dimensional matrix. I'm just going to type it as such. We can just try to understand how I am displaying the matrix. I just give a finishing touch to the program. Yes, nice. Okay. Let's try to run this program now. We'll check for any errors in this. Okay, I've already initialized this, so I'm not going to redeclare it. Okay. Let's try to understand this code. I don't think I made a mistake. Now let's try to run this code and see. Yeah, interdimension of spiral matrix 5. See, let's try to analyze this. Look at this. Look how the code is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, we have got a very, very nice spiral matrix. Let's test it with another example. Shall we? Yeah, we'll test it with another examples also. Okay. Let's put 4. See? Look at this matrix. See? There's a matrix which is even numbered matrix. Even that is going to work. See? How nice the pattern looks. See? Look at this pattern. Let me just move and show. Yeah, look at this pattern. This, then come here, and go here, and it. Nice. You'll see another example. Yeah, I'm liking this here. Yeah. Again, we'll see. Yeah. Let's do it for a bigger number, 10. Look here. Look how big this matrix is. Look here. One, see, let me do this. Yeah, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then till 19. Then till 28. Then like this, this. And here, 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 here. See, so this is going to work for any dimension. Okay, I hope you like this program. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Prajwal Sundar. Thank you.